March 28th, weighing in at 281.2 pounds. And at the time of recording this video, as of June 10th, 237.6 pounds. Here's how. Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another video as of today. This one's definitely a different one. This is, if you guys have been around my channel for quite some time, as you guys know, I'm into sports betting. That is kind of what I've been doing here on this channel here for a long time. But I wanted to make something a little bit different. It was definitely something that is out of the ordinary, especially when it does come to my channel specifically. But it is a journey that I did want to go ahead and, and express there with you guys. It was something that I wanted to share, something that I wanted to maybe potentially help motivate some of you guys. So basically, I wanted to just go ahead and just let it all out. As of March 28th, like I said, I did start out at 281.2 pounds. I was extremely overweight, and I guess you could still say that I still have a long way to go. And I know that. I know I have a long way to go. I have so much more work to do. But as of today, we are down to 237.6 pounds, and we have lost just under 45 pounds in a matter of two months and 10 days. So I'm really excited to kind of go into things, but I just wanted to go ahead and express the first thing that I am going to talk about is my backstory. So because there was a lot that had kind of went into it when it came to losing weight. There was a lot of different factors, a lot of different reasonings, stuff like that. So I wanted to just go ahead and express that it has not been an easy road. And, losing weight in general is not easy. And I'm going to flat out say that. I know it seems easy whenever I hop on here and I say, yeah, I lost 45 pounds in 2 months. Like, okay, yeah, it seems easy, but I can promise you it's not. It took me, for me specifically, everybody's different. And I will say that until, the day that I'm in the ground. But everybody's different. For me, it took a lot of hard work, a ton of hard work. It took so much dedication, like, multiple days out of the week. I go to the gym 6 days out of the 7 days of the week. So it takes a lot of hard work, takes a lot of motivation. And for me, unfortunately, as much as it sucks, it took one massive heartbreak for me to actually fully get into wanting to, make myself better, wanting to make myself, lift and stuff like that, making me want to lose this weight. And I'm not saying that, you guys just should let yourself go until you get into a heartbreak, because that is not it. That is not at all what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is catch it before it happens. Don't lose yourself is basically what I'm trying to say. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the backstory. So first things first, I will just say that whenever I had started college, I was at a very small Division III school, and I was essentially supposed to go play basketball for them. They had offered me a spot on the team, and they were very open to me playing for them, and that was my my life dream. And truthfully, if you guys know my channel, excuse me, stuttered a little bit, but if you guys know my channel, you guys know I'm a huge basketball fan. And so that was something that I wanted to do, was be able to pursue my dream of playing college basketball. Obviously I wasn't going to go to the NBA or anything. I'm literally 6 foot tall, but I do love the sport of basketball, and if I could have, I definitely would have went and played. But long story short, I had a bunch of different things that had kind of happened over the course of the time that I had graduated high school up until the time that the tryouts, or like the where they were basically handing out jerseys, was. And so essentially just didn't get on the team is what happened. I didn't end up going, and it's definitely one of my biggest regrets in my entire life. But regardless, needless to say, in the videos that you guys are seeing, as well as the clips or like the pictures that you guys are seeing, I was in the gym every single day. I was in the gym getting shots up. I was in the weightlifting gym. I was in my absolute peak performance. Truly, I was. It was the absolute peak of my fitness. It was the peak of my my time in general. But I will go ahead and say that shortly after the whole basketball thing had kind of settled and kind of fallen apart, and I really did lose myself there for a little while. I didn't go to the gym for a very long time. I ate pretty much whatever I wanted to. and not in a healthy way. I was down at college, and so I would be, eating out usually like 2 times a day. It was not healthy. It was not good whatsoever. I would usually go out for lunch, and then on my way home from work that night, I would pick up something on the way home. So literally, I usually ate out twice a day, and it was very, very tough. And then on top of that, my school did have like a meal card plan and stuff like that, so I had plenty of meals as well. So a lot of times I was eating 3, sometimes even 4 unhealthy meals a day, and I definitely lost myself. There's absolutely no doubt about it whatsoever. But I will say that after my first year of college, I transferred to a community college that was near my hometown, just because I wanted to be closer with my family again. I wanted to be not like an hour away from everything that I've ever known. And so I went ahead and moved back home. So in the meantime that I did move back home, a girl that I was extremely, extremely close with, if you guys have been following the channel, I was with her for over 2 years. We had found each other once again once I moved back, and we immediately fell in love. And so we had been together for over 2 years. And so I will say that I was 1000% happy with her. And truthfully, that's a good thing, of course, but at the same time, you guys know how it is. I mean, like when you guys are going out on dates all the time, you guys are, enjoying life together. I definitely gained a ton of weight when we were together, and and that's okay. And that's okay. I just realized it too late. I, didn't put a stop to it. I didn't consider how I was eating. I didn't consider, the way that I was looking. I didn't care because I was with her and she loved me for me. So at the time I was like, okay, well, it doesn't bother me too much as long as she's happy with me. So that was my first big mistake, is that I just didn't care because I was with the girl that I loved, and she loved the way, she loved me in general. So I didn't care if, the way that I looked. And that was a huge mistake in my part. But regardless, we were together for over 2 years. Needless to say, at the beginning of April, we had ended things, and it was definitely one of the hardest times of my entire life, mostly because I was planning on proposing to her in the summer. But regardless, things got in the way, life changed, feelings changed, and so she had, we had went our separate ways. And because of that, like, it truly just hit me like a freight train, because it just made me think, like, I would look in the mirror and I'd be like, man, I'm not comfortable with really anything. I wasn't comfortable with, looking in the mirror. I wasn't comfortable going out. I wasn't comfortable in the clothes that I was wearing. Absolutely nothing. And so that's what really had sparked me, was if I'm going to find another girl that is going to love me for me, I want to make sure that I'm able to, 1, love myself, and 2, that I'm just going to look as great as I can. So that was a huge thing for it. So that was what sparked everything. So I just wanted to get that out there. That's the backstory. That's the long, boring stuff. But I just wanted to get that out there for you guys, because I'm sure that there's other people that are out there that have similar stories or that have similar experiences, stuff like that, when it comes to, maybe they had went through a breakup. Maybe they just weren't happy in general with themselves. And it takes something to really motivate you to go to the gym. It takes something to motivate you to start to lose weight. There's always something that is going to be coming up next, and you want to make sure that you're prepared for it. So that was essentially my backstory. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that was my story. So for the second part of this video, I'm going to be talking about my dieting and my supplements that I had been taking. Now, truthfully, it's not great. It's not great. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that I ate absolutely fantastic, because I don't. I went from eating out 2 to 3 times a day, from like all of that, to like eating out only, like once or twice a week. So essentially what I did, I am not a healthy food person, and I will be the first one to admit that. I am not a healthy food person whatsoever. I'm not a huge fan of fruits. I'm not a huge fan of vegetables. I'm not a huge fan of, like, sweet potatoes. Like, literally everything that's healthy, I'm not a huge fan of. So I wanted to make sure that I was still enjoying what I was eating and still seeing the results that I needed. So essentially what I did was I matched up protein for each pound of body weight that I did have. So essentially, what I did was I would eat 1 gram of protein for every pound that I had. It was a lot of food. It was so much food, and it was so much work, like working out, but it paid off so much because my muscle mass has grown. I have turned, I've done everything in a really, really great fashion. And I think that I've really done a lot better than I thought that I would. And when it comes to the no healthy foods thing, it's okay to go out. It's okay to go out to eat. It's okay to eat foods that you enjoy, whether it's, like ice cream, or whether it's, French fries, anything. It doesn't matter. The only thing is, for me, what I did was I love to go out to eat, and truthfully, it's a bad habit to get into, but I love doing it. So what I would do is I would get, I'm going to use like McDonald's, for example. I don't go there very often, but I'm just using it as an example. Everybody knows what McDonald's is, stuff like that. So I'm going to just talk about it. So first, before I started to lose weight, I would get a 10-piece chicken nugget meal with fries and a Dr. Pepper and a double cheeseburger with ketchup only. That was my meal every single time that I went to McDonald's. I would usually go probably once a week, and that's what I would get. Now, obviously, I still enjoy eating out and stuff. So now if I ever go to McDonald's, I get the exact same thing, but instead of getting 10 chicken nuggets and a double cheeseburger, I'll get one or the other, and I'll cut down on the chicken nuggets. So I'll get like a 6-piece chicken nuggets, fries, no drink, and no cheeseburger. Or I'll get a double cheeseburger, a small fry, no drink, and no chicken nuggets. So basically what I do is I portion myself so that way I can still enjoy the foods that I'm eating, but I'm just not eating them in large quantities like I had been. So it was definitely a struggle there for a while, especially with no soda. I was a big soda person, and that was a huge reason why I was gaining so much weight. But now I barely drink it. I'm down to like 1 a month, and it's only on very, very special occasions. So it's been an absolute life changer, and I will, preach that until the very end. Now, so for the supplements that I do take, I will say I literally only take 2 supplements. They're both by Anabolic Warfare, an absolutely fantastic supplement company, but I take their BCAAs and I take their creatine. That's it. Those are the only supplements that I take. Now, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. If you want to take more, you're definitely more than welcome to. If you want to see more results than anything, you can take more. But I take the BCAAs because a lot of times when I am working out, and if I don't have any BCAAs or anything in my body, it's very hard for me to continue on. My muscles get super tired. I get super weak. It's hard for me to finish through, stuff like that. And so BCAAs really, really, really help with that. So I use that as kind of like a Gatorade, and I drink that while I'm working out. Absolutely fantastic. Mix it with, anywhere from 16 to 18 ounces of water. It's absolutely perfect. And creatine for me is such a key factor, especially when you're starting out. It's helpful all the time. It's beneficial all the time. But especially when you're starting out, creatine is going to help with your muscle soreness. In muscle soreness, especially when you haven't worked out for a long time and you hop back into it, I'm telling you, it is tough. It is super, 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 super tough. Those first couple days after you start to work out, you're going to be hurting so bad. You're barely going to even be able to roll out of bed. But those are the only supplements I take. I was at one point, not recently, but back whenever I was in, going into my college years, I was taking a caffeine pill and I was taking a detox pill. Both of those are great for losing weight as well. I just, for right now, those are the only 2 that I've been taking, and it's been working really, really well. Now, when it does come to my workouts and stuff, I am going to go ahead and show you guys what I do each and every day. But I do want to also express to you guys that when it comes to these workouts, they are very, very flexible. What I mean by that is let's say one day you're doing a chest day and something's feeling a little bit too heavy, or you need to do a couple less reps because you just can't make it through, or you're feeling very strong and you feel like you can do more. Go for it. It's whatever is comfortable for you. I'm just providing you with suggestions as to what I did. You don't have to follow this at all. If you want to go find a different workout program, go do it. I'm just telling you what I do. So first things first that I am going to talk about is in between each individual set of these workouts, I do 50 jump ropes in between. Now, I know it's a lot, but this is what's really helped me is the fact that I have been not only getting stronger with actually lifting weights, but I've also been doing jump ropes in between each and every set to make sure that, one, my body stays active and that it does stay burning calories and stuff like that. But it's also been just, it's just a really great way of cardio. So I'm going to be talking about each individual one of these. I'm going to talk about my chest day first. So when it comes to my chest day, I do 4, and I'm going to say this a little bit slower because I'm going to be flashing clips up on the screen so you guys can kind of see, what it is. And just in case if you guys are newer to lifting, or, just working out in general, just so you guys can see it. So I do 4 sets of 10 on bench press, just traditional bench press. Like I said, I am trying to cut. I'm trying to lose weight, so I do low weight and lots of reps, but you can switch it up to however you want to do it. But I do 4 sets of 10 for bench press. I do 4 sets of 12 with the chest flies on the machine. I do 4 sets of 10 with incline bench. And I also do 2 sets of 10 for the cable flies. I do 2 when it comes from the higher angle, and I'm basically doing the fly down to a lower angle, and I do 1 from lower to higher as well. So that way I'm getting full definition on all of my pecs instead of just in one spot. So it activates different parts of your pecs. So excuse me. So that is what I do for chest day. Now, I will go ahead and say once again that is superset with 50 jump ropes in between each individual set. So I'll do 1 set of bench for 10. I'll go over and do 50 jump ropes. For another set of 10 on bench, 50 jump ropes. Just want to make that clear. Now, next we'll go ahead and talk about our leg days. So when it comes to leg days, I do 4 sets of 10 on the leg press machine. I'm not a huge fan of squats. I'll go ahead and say this right away. I'm not a huge fan of squats, but if you wanted to substitute this out for squats, that would definitely be another fantastic workout. Next, I do 4 sets of 12 on the leg curl machine. If you don't have a leg curl machine, there are plenty of workarounds around it, but I just like the leg curl machine that is at my local gym. I also do 4 sets of 12 on leg extensions. So these leg extensions can also be substituted if you do want to do something else. It's basically just to be able to activate my hamstrings. So I really do like it. I think it's a good exercise as well. And then I do 4 sets of 20 in calf raises. Now, I will say this with the jump ropes in between is very, very hard to do because your calves start to get tired, your legs start to get tired, and then it's really hard to just do both. But I do promise you it's worth it. The pain will be gone after the first 2 leg days that you do. You won't even notice it anymore when it comes to the calf raises. So I strongly, strongly recommend calf raises. I think that they are an absolutely fantastic exercise. So once again, 50 jump ropes in between each set. That is what I do for leg day. When it comes to back day, I will be completely honest. This is my least favorite day of the entire, workout week. I am not a back person. I genuinely have a hard time working out my back. It's definitely difficult, but I always do 4 sets of 10 on lat pull downs. Usually most gyms do have a machine for it, but if not, if they do have any sort of a cable machine at all, you can set a bench underneath it, get a bar that you would be able to pull down, and you could definitely work it the same way. Next, I usually do 4 sets of 10 for seated rows. A lot of gyms also have this one. It's a very common exercise, but once again, there are workarounds if needed. Next, I do 4 sets of 8 on traditional barbell deadlift. This one is definitely more of a power lifter sort of workout, but it is also a very, very good one. One thing that I struggle with is getting my lower back stronger, and so sometimes with traditional deadlifts, you can really work out like 99% of your back with traditional deadlifts. So this is one of my favorite exercises just because I actually do feel a pull from literally every part of my back. And then I usually do 4 sets of 10 on bent over rows. So with just a dumbbell, you will just do traditional rows with that. So I think that's another fantastic exercise. I think that's the only one I didn't get a video of, so I apologize about that. But that's another really good one. So you can always just Google it. It's just bent over rows, and it'll show you a really good workout regimen with it as well. So next we'll go ahead and talk about our shoulder days. I will say shoulder day is probably my favorite. That or chest day. Those are my 2 favorites. I don't mind arms. I think arms is all right. And then leg day and then back day. So that's kind of my order. But when it comes to shoulders, I usually do 4 sets of 8 with a barbell shoulder press. So just overhead, with the bar, you just push it up, and it's a really great workout for your shoulders, but it's also good for stamina as well. So just because it is a little bit tougher of an exercise, and you do have to use kind of your full body whenever you are pushing the bar up, I usually do 4 sets of 8 for that. I also do 4 sets of 10 for dumbbell shoulder press. This is just seated dumbbell shoulder press, but it's a very, very great workout as well. I also do 4 sets of 10 with a dumbbell lateral and front raise. So I usually go with this one will be very, very tough if you've never worked out your shoulders before. I will say that. But basically what you do is you take the dumbbells, you guys will see it on the screen, but you'll take the dumbbells and you'll raise them all the way out to the sides and then all the way out to the front. That's 1 rep. I usually do 4 sets of 10 with that. Then I also do 4 sets of 10 with a dumbbell, or with a dumbbell shoulder extension. Sorry, I was trying to, or with a shoulder extension just in general. Sorry. So that's with the cable, that's with the cable machine. You'll basically just take it and it'll be an inverse version of the cable fly. So instead of the flies, you'll be pulling it in to get your chest activated. This one you'll be pulling out to get your shoulders activated. So it's 4 sets of 10 shoulder extensions for each arm. So that's our shoulder day. And once again, 50 jump ropes in between. And then our final day. We'll be wrapping it up here soon, I promise. But we will be doing arm day. So arm day is going to be very traditional. There's absolutely nothing special about my arm days. I don't do anything, super crazy, but I usually do 4 sets of 10 for dumbbell curls, just traditional dumbbell curls. And then I do 4 sets of 10 for a barbell curl. Normally, most gyms will have dumbbells as well as, just bars in general. So a lot of times they do have a curl bar, but if not, you can work around it. A lot of times they'll have a curl machine. You can use that. I just like the feeling of the traditional barbell better. Then also, the next one I do is 4 sets of 10 for dumbbell tricep extensions. These ones are basically you just take a dumbbell, you hold it over your head, and you just do tricep extensions with it. It's a very great exercise. Definitely gets your tris working. And then I do 4 sets of 12 traditional tricep extensions with the cables. I'll flash another video up on screen so you guys will be able to see it. But that concludes my arm day. So, like I said, I haven't really done anything super crazy, but I did just want to go ahead and let you guys know that if you guys do want to see, or if you guys do need help with anything at all, I've lost a ton of weight and I have been definitely the most fit that I have been since the freshman year of college. So I am in a really great spot right now, and I'm starting to get more and more comfortable with my body each and every day. If you guys do have any questions at all, feel free. My Twitter is open. You guys can message me on Twitter any day of the week. It's just King Sanders YT. I'll put the link down in the description down below, but I'll also flash it up here on screen. Now, thank you guys seriously so much. I'm sorry that my videos have been kind of sporadic here recently, but this was just a huge accomplishment for me. This is something that I did not think that I would be able to do under any stretch of the imagination, and the fact that I've been able to get it done, it makes me so incredibly happy. So this has been a great feeling. I would love to help some of you guys out. If you guys do struggle with any of it, feel free to hit me up or leave down in the comment section down below. You guys can do it. I promise you. if I can do it and I was eating out 3 to 4 times a day, you guys can do it too. Now, if you guys need help with anything at all, let me know. This is King Center signing out. Peace.